Now for coterminal angles, really it's just a matter of adding 360 to your angle or subtracting 360 to your angle. I'm going to draw this both, or I'm going to do this visually and also just kind of describe it. So if I draw a 30-degree angle, let's say it's probably a little steeper than that. Let's get that a little steeper. So a 30-degree angle right there. Another option we have is to do that 30 degrees plus another 360. So we could go 390 degrees. Let me get rid of that. Or another option we have is to go backwards. So let's say instead of starting at my my initial angle and going counterclockwise, we went clockwise instead. So if I take 30 and subtract 360, I'm going to end up with negative 330 degrees. Now, as I said, you can add 360 or subtract 360 from it and end up at the same spot. You can also just add and subtract 360 multiple times and end up at the same spot. So if I were to do, say, one in blue here, where I do the 360 plus the 30, and then another 360. So I did 2 full loops plus that 30. That brings us up to 750. So I did 2 full loops and then that 30 degrees, and I ended up at the exact same spot. Let's take a look at negative 190. So starting off with a visual, let me switch to green a second. So starting off, going negative, which means we're going clockwise, go negative 90, negative 180, negative 110, a little bit above 180. Now again, you can just take your negative 190 and add 360 to it, which gives you positive 170 degrees. Which makes sense, because if I were to take this same angle and go counterclockwise, go the positive direction, it would go 90 and then 7 or 80 more. Doesn't quite get to 180. Now again, you can just keep this going, so you could do, let's say we'll do negative 190 minus 360, which brings us to negative 550 degrees. So that would be going the same direction, getting there, and then doing another full circle. For this last one, I'm going to add 700, well, you know, let's subtract 720. So we'll do negative 190 minus 720, so minus 2 full rotations. That brings us to negative 910. So that would be going the negative 190 plus another full circle plus another full circle. That got really sloppy, but I think you get the point. I'm not going to go through the last one. You can do that one on your own, but make sure you're always ending up at the same spot by adding 360 or subtracting 360.